You know what? Nene wears me out sometimes. You know what I mean? She really does. Yo! What's going on, y'all? Welcome to Libra Reviews. I'm Charlene. Subscribe to my channel and like my video, okay? Now, Nene always shades Kandi, okay? And she's done it from the beginning. But this situation here that just happened a couple of days ago or a day ago or whenever it was with this whole person on the Real Housewives of Atlanta show that continuously gets spinoffs. Nene, you were talking about Kandi. I just don't understand why she just can't be real and just say it, okay? So, Nene has been in the blogs, I guess, because of the whole Wendy Williams situation that I just made a video about, so go and watch that. But she also was on her Instagram or YouTube Live or something like that, and she was talking about how there's a person on the cast that continuously is getting spinoffs, and no other girl is allowed, or no other girl gets an opportunity to have a spinoff show, and that she feels that it's shade and that it's a person that's slapping down opportunities for her as well as other people on the Real Housewives of Atlanta cast, but specifically her, Nene. And she was talking about this on her show, her YouTube show. Now, Kandi obviously caught wind of it, and Kandi replied to Nene and basically was saying, like, girl, like, long story short, I don't have nothing to do with the reason why you don't have spinoffs. I don't talk about you. I promote everybody's stuff, all the girls, whether we are in a good space or not. I promote everybody's projects. I have no idea what you're talking about. I mind my business. I stay in my own lane. You know what I mean? So then Nene responds with this shady ass post talking about, Kandi's, only had 3 episodes, so no, I wasn't talking about you. And if I was talking about you, I would have no problem with saying I was talking about you. And just basically shading her. And basically saying how, she's been offered other deals and she's even given money back and, walked away, whatever. And my whole thing is if that's the case, Nene, why are you even talking about the fact that there's somebody that continuously is getting deals? If you're saying, well, I get deals all the time too, and I've been even given advances that I've even given back because I didn't want to move forward with the opportunity. So that means that you've been getting offers. Now, the fact that they aren't following through, that's one thing. But you can't sit up here and say, well, nobody else is getting opportunities. Clearly, you're getting $1 million opportunities. Hence the reason why when you didn't go through with one, you had to give $1 million back. So that's bullshit, number one. Number two, you were totally talking about Kandi when you said there's a person on the show that continuously gets spinoffs. You're not talking about Kenya. You're not talking about Cynthia. You're not talking about Portia. You're not talking about Eva for sure because she's new. You're not talking about Tanya, and you're not talking about Marlo. Kandi has had the show on Bravo with Escape. She's had her family ski trip. She's had her wedding special. She's had Kandi Coded Nights. Kandi is the one out of all of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, even more she's been on, and even though some of the shows that she's been on aren't necessarily on Bravo, but she's been on Celebrity Big Brother, and she's been on so many other shows. And even Kim Zolciak, who got her own spinoff show, I think Kim Zolciak got 1 or 2 specials. I think she had and I might even be wrong about this, but I know for sure she has her family spinoff, but I don't know if she got a wedding special with Croy. I don't know. But Kandi's has had more spinoffs per se than even Kim Zolciak. So Nene, you were talking about Kandi. And Kandi was right. She said, it's not my fault that your story ideas aren't, you know what I mean? People don't want to, you're presenting the story ideas and people just don't want to put their money behind it and invest it in it. Everybody wanted to see the Escape reunion. Everybody wanted to see that. So of course Bravo's going to sign on to that. Everybody was going to watch Kandi's family trip. Because Kandi's family, her aunties, the Todd situation, his mother passing, the blended family, that's interesting. You know what I mean? Her wedding special, especially with all the tension between the moms, that was interesting. Honestly, Nene is not, Nene and her family are not interesting. Yes, at times she has a storyline, you know, when her husband Greg, you know, had cancer and things like that. But overall, Nene needs to have somebody else in the space with her. She can't just ride off of her own. And as boring as Kandi is, Kandi has the quality. Kandi has what people want to watch. Like I said before, the Escape show that she got. Everybody wanted to see the Escape tour because, you know, Kaya and T.S. Madison said that Kandi had fucked Jermaine Dupri's daddy, and that was the reason why they fell out, because one of the sisters, the two dark-skinned sisters, one of them had snitched on Kandi and told her business. So everybody wanted to see them reunite. Everybody wanted to see that beef. Everybody wanted to see that reunion, the music, the group coming back after almost 20 years. You know what I mean? Like, Nene, what do you have? Unless you're going to delve into Greg's infidelity and the fact that you allegedly have a boyfriend on the side, don't nobody want to really just, what are you going to talk about? Or unless you're going to delve into your first son and his baby moms, because I be seeing his baby moms all the time on social media especially YouTube, doing interviews and stuff like that. Now, if you want to do a show about that, that's something that we want to see. If you want to do a show about attempting to find your mom in New York, I believe, or go back to Athens and really get into your family story, that's interesting. Kandi has the quality. All the shows that she's gotten, you know, and Nene, you've always thrown shade at Kandi, and you've always been a tad bit jealous of Kandi. Because Kandi came on Real Housewives as a boss already. Nene was a boss in her own right, but at the end of the day, Nene started here and elevated here. When soon as Kandi walked onto the scene, she was a boss. Of course, she didn't have everything perfect, you know, her family life, and, you know, of course, things weren't 100% perfect. But she walked onto the scene a boss. And she walked onto the scene with something to offer. And not saying that Nene was the one who put the show together. You know, she's the one who brought Kim, so I'm not saying, but you understand what I mean. So Nene has always thrown shade, even when it was the whole, when she said what she said about Mama Joyce. And before I even say what I was about to say about Mama Joyce, Nene always throws shade. She always does little things. And then when you're approached about it, you want to act like, oh no, girl, you doing too much. You're coming at me. No, bitch. This is what you did. This is what you said. Who else are you talking about? What else do you mean? But Nene always says stuff and does stuff and snips and dips and social media here and this, that, and the third, and interviews here. And then when approached about it, you make it seem like it's not a big deal or it's not what people think it is. You do that all the time, i.e. the Mama Joyce situation. When she said, oh, that is some trifling ass shit. If a mama is so trifling or whatever she said. And Kandi approached you about it, and you was like, I said what I said. Yeah, you said what you said, which is this. Which is that basically you're saying that my mom was acting crazy or she was whatever. You know, y'all know what I'm talking about. So, you know, she does that all the time. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, even with the whole, when Kenya walked into the party, for instance, pregnant. Now, I don't agree that Kenya should have been wearing that tight-ass spandex dress at, 14 months pregnant, child. You know what I mean? But she did, and whatever. She's confident in herself. Nene, you commented on that woman as how big she was, calling her animals. I don't think that she was necessarily calling the baby a buffalo. I think that, humans can't have buffaloes. So she's saying, what is she carrying a buffalo? Meaning, you're so fucking big. What are you, a beast? Like, what are you carrying? Which I can see how it's taken both ways. But anyway, when you're approached about it, it's not a big deal. It's not what I meant. And you literally have to pull out of an apology. And that's just how you are. And I just feel like, Nene, give it up. Like, give it up, Delicious. You look like a man. Like, give it up. Just say what it is. You were throwing shade at Kandi. You know, it is what it is. There's no other person on that show that has had as many spinoffs, if any spinoffs, as Kandi. That's who you're talking about. You're not talking about Sheree. You're not talking about Kim Zolciak, because even if you were talking about, even if you could say, oh, well, I'm talking about Kim. Kim doesn't have as many spinoffs as Kandi does, number one. And number two, Kim's not on the show. You ain't talking about Lisa Wu. You ain't talking about the other little brown skinned lady from first season. You're not talking about any other people. You're talking about Kandi. So just own the shit, Nene. Just own it. You know, Kandi's out here. She gets the spinoff. She's getting the YouTube checks. She's getting the TV checks. She's getting the restaurant checks. She was getting the play checks. Kandi, Armand said it. Kandi gets all the checks. And now we don't know why. Her business savvy. She's just that business savvy. Like, you know, she's worth millions of dollars. And she was worth that before she even came on the show. She's a songwriter. Excuse me. You know, Kandi is the business. You know what I'm saying? You know, but at the end of the day, and again, Nene, you low key, you have a problem with Kandi because Kandi is more successful. Even now with the whole YouTube thing, Kandi has more subscribers than Nene. Kandi has like 300,000 subscribers. Nene doesn't even have a thousand, and not saying doesn't even have, because she has like 90K subscribers, which is a lot, way more than I have. But I'm just saying, Kandi has more subscribers than Nene. Her videos probably get more views than Nene. Now, I don't know if Nene just started her channel or how long, you know, the semantics, or who's been there longer. Maybe Kandi's been there longer. But you know what I mean. So, Nene just goes at Kandi all the time because, and she knows, and I think the beautiful thing about it is Kandi pays her like absolutely no mind. Because Kandi literally has like a whole entire life and existence, and Housewives is just a part of it. And she does, like, you know, Cynthia be on the stage crying over Nene. You know, Portia be crying over Nene. Marlo and her be going back and forth and are cool. Kandi she's not moved either way about Nene. She can take it, leave it. She's happy. She whatever. She don't care. She giggles when she wants to. When she feels type of way, she calls it out, and then she goes home and she goes with her fit. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Nene, just own your shit when you say stuff. Like, stop being like that. I hate that. Like, just say, yes, that's who I'm talking about, and I feel like you be blocking other people's opportunities. Like, just say that. Anyway, thank you for watching my video. Subscribe to my channel, Libra Views. I'm Charlene. Subscribe, like this video, share it. And until next time, I'll see you later.